Many of the Indians Nawabs too began commissioning imposing oil portraits by European painters. You have seen how the British posted resident in Indian courts and began controlling the affairs of the state, undermining the power of the king. Some of these Nawabs reacted against this interference, others accepted the political and cultural superiority of the British. They hoped to socialize with the British and adopt their style and tastes. Muhammad Ali Khan was one such Nawab after a war with the British in the 1770s. He became a dependent pensioners of the East India Company next, but he nonetheless commissioned two visiting European artists, Tilly Kettle and George Williams, to paint his portraits and gifted these paintings to the King of England. That the directors of the East India Company, the Nawab had lost political power, but the portraits allowed him to look at himself as a royal figure. Look at the painting by Wilson. Notice the way the Nawab poses and how he asserts his majesty. Painting history. There was a third category of imperial art called history painting. This tradition sought to dramatic and recreate various episodes of British imperial history and enjoyed great prestige and popularity during the late 18th and the early 19th centuries. Next, British victories in India served as rich material for history painters in Britain. These painters drew on first-hand sketches and accounts of travels of defeated for the British public a favorable image of British action in India. Next, these paintings once again celebrated the British, their power, the victories, their supremacy. One of the first of these history paintings was produced by Francis Hayman in 1762 and placed on public display in the Vauxhall Gardens in London. The British had just defeated Sirajuddaulah in the famous Battle of Plassey and installed Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Murshidabad. It was a victory won through conspiracy and the territory. Mir Jafar was awarded the title of Nawab in the painting by Hayman. This act of aggression and conquest is not defeated. It shows Lord Clive being welcomed by Mir Jafar and his troop after the Battle of Plassey. Next, the celebration of British military triumph can be seen in the many paintings of the battle. Now, Srirangappuram Tipu Sultan of Mysore, as you know, was one of the most powerful enemies of the British. He was finally defeated in 1719 at the famous Battle of. Notice the way of the battle scenes is painted in picture 8. The British troops are shown storming the fort from all sides, cutting Tipu's shoulders to pieces, climbing the walls, raising the British flag aloft on the ramparts to Tipu's fort. It is a painting full of action and energy. The painting dramatics the events and glorify the British drum. Imperial history paintings sought to create a public memory of imperial Trump's victories had to be remembered, implemented in the memory of people both in the India and Britain. Only then could the British appear and all powerful. Look at the way General Baird, who led the British army that stormed Tipu's fort, is shown standing triumphantly in the middle. The learned lantern lights up Baird, making him visible to the spectre. Tipu lies dead left corner, sea body hidden in semi darkness. Sea forces are defeated.